Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you on this fine Monday morning? Maureen, Michael, Chip, Carol, JW, Jack, John, Mr. A, Al, Steph, Larry. How's it going? All righty. So you wake up in the morning, you look at the futures, and they're just popping like crazy. Got green all over them. You know, I don't know if I'm going to have time this morning here, but right after the market opens, I really want to talk about that and the whole trend and everything. Anyway, with that said, I mean here's the SPY. We've got a big bullish engulf. We held up Friday for the most part. We're showing a little bullishness this morning, if you want to call that bullishness, I guess. We've got the 1,000 period average right here. Good morning, Julie. So anyway, let's look at some trades, and then if I have time, I want to talk about this trend. And I had kind of a group coaching this weekend, and everybody's just fighting this market. And I just wouldn't fight it. Anyway, DHC here. DHC, we're above the trend indicator. Trend indicator's green. This is what I would call maybe a bullish move over that $1.13, $1.10, $1.15 area. That's where we really need to get through here. And then you've got some targets up there. And this is kind of what I want to talk about, probably after the market closes. I'll try to slip in a little here. Is this group I was coaching, you know, they're trying to enter right here, or even on this candle, and what's happening is the stocks aren't following through, and they end up losing. And the thing is, just for God's sake, stop doing that. The trend is where it's at, and everybody has to decide what your trend is. I mean, there's some basic rules on a trend, but really you can mark it how you like. But somewhere you've got to look at those trends. Anyway, sorry, going off side edge here. Here's Wells Fargo, Morningstar signal. We've got some follow through here. Little bullish candle today. And this is what I would call the start of a trend here. And I'll show you later, what we might be looking at or what you could look at. But above that, about 42 and a quarter here, that could be the start of a trend right in here. JP Morgan is also setting up pretty nice. And this is another one that above, about right in here, I guess, is the starting of that trend. And then we can look back and we can see what kind of price action got us there. So like this Morningstar here, we pop up, we're resting. Now we're showing some positive trading. Be careful. We don't want to confuse trend with, okay, everything's a green light, because we still have resistance to contend with. And just about every stock out there has resistance. The bears have seen to that. Just about every stock. Boeing here. Look at Boeing. Boeing's looking pretty good. And Boeing, if it can break out of this top, that's what I would call that's what I would call a trend just starting. And when I say just starting, I do mean just starting. For those that use the trend indicator, I know we like to look, it turned green, okay, let's go. But if we were to wait for this to turn green at least 5 dots, that's where you get that's where your trend really starts working. And then trade, as long as it stays in that trend. That's one idea right there. Take a look at Love. Love is going to need to break out, pretty much of about 33.50, I think. And that might set us up, and then there's targets up here on Love. You know, we've got all that. We probably should look at something to the short side, hadn't we? Let me get my scan over here. One of them. Oh, let's take a look at Apple. Look at Apple. Apple looks good, price action wise, right here. Kind of looks good. The reality, it's still very much in a downtrend, but because it's Apple, and because we have a bullish engulf, and you know, probably making an argument, there's support in here, something like that. The fact is, it's still very much in a downtrend, and what we might want to do is have it rise before we catch it, before we try to catch it anyway. What else is there? Let's look at the Qs. Look at the Qs. Big bullish engulf, a bearish day Friday, and now today, you know, you wake up in the morning, you turn CNBC on, you see the Dow up 300 plus points, right? You come over and you look at your chart, you see Qs up. Oh man, we're gonna have a bullish day. Let's get in. The reality is, it's really not bullish to maybe up here at 280, 50-ish or so. And then, you know, if you just want to look at that breakout, that's where it's bullish. This is not bullishness down here. This is not buying kind of bullish here. Anyway, it was a really nice class over the weekend. But this is what one of the biggest problems were, you know, trying to, okay, let's catch Qs here for a bounce. And what happens, everyone ends up losing money. And, you know, they just keep doing that same old thing, trying to catch. And we don't want to catch, we want to ride. Ride is better than catch. So we just want to ride that up. Let's see, what else? Let's look at Roku. Look at Roku here. There's nothing bullish, which Roku doesn't even have bullish candles in here. But you can clearly see the trend. And if we were to go backwards, a Morningstar signal here, we broke out. Oh man, let's get long. Why? Nothing is bullish about this. Same thing here. I mean, this one got a little bit better right here. That I will admit. Little bottom, we rise up. Here we pull back. Okay, we're trying. But it gave it up. When it gives it up, got to get out of there. Got to get out of there. Anyway, PayPal. Look at PayPal. PayPal is not at all bullish. If PayPal was to pop up a little bit, I would look at PayPal as being short. I can see the handwriting on the wall too. Let's say today closes on a bullish candle. Hey, we have a Fig Newton chart pattern. Fig Newton chart pattern by itself doesn't mean it's bullish. Now from here, it could mean that you get a little pop up, but there's nothing about this bullish until we get up near or past that 50 period moving average. And that's what's happening, you know, diving in, and we can't understand why we're making money. And this is one of the reasons here. Sorry, I was kind of all over the board today. And it all started when I got my coffee and I saw that we were up 300 and some points down. Well, doggone it, that's just not right. Take a look at IGT here. If IGT could manage to stay in this level here and move higher, I would say above the 50. IGT might be something to take a look at. EA is another one, but it's going to have to get up into this range right in here. Watch that resistance up here. A lot of charts are looking that way. What else? I've got a few minutes. I'm kind of early today. Sort of blew through this. If anyone has any charts you want to peek at, let's take a shot at it. We'll try anyway. Amazon might try to push up today, but I think that's going to be set up in a nice short, to tell you the truth. The relief rally can be played. Just remember, it is a relief rally, and it's just the trend is not over yet. The overall trend is still down. overall. Here, let's do this. Okay, so how does everybody look at their trend? You can draw lines. You can draw lines all you want. You can, do things like this. You can draw those lines. It's so easy. If you just put the T line there, look at that. I'm lazy. I'm a moving average user. Nothing about that is bullish. The trend is still down. Let's put the 10 up there. Still down on the 10. Let's put 17 up there. Still down on the 17. 25 simple. Still down. So if we were to compare this with this over here, now see how all these moving averages, they're not straight. I mean, if you're into straight line drawing, which is absolutely fine. I think we should. I know these are a little curvy, but look at the difference. If we waited for bullishness to actually happen, not just one wimpy little candle, just actually happen, then you've got this pop over here. Look how the same thing. You get all those moving averages pointing down. I don't care what kind of bullish candle you have in here. It doesn't make for a bullish trend. So anyway, keep an eye on the trend. Important there. Let's see, Michael, RBLX. I'm going to get rid of all that right there. And RBLX, I would say that we're starting to turn. I like the chart pattern here, right in here. The reality is, do we want to fuss with this? Right through here. This is what we have to think about. We're getting a good little pattern right down here. We are. And then we're going to come up here and we're going to face the 200 period moving average. We're going to face these highs, and then we have to face these highs over here. So, as we look at this chart, where's the easier money at? I'm not knocking this, by the way. I'm not. I just want to point out that maybe it's best to hang with the trend. And while Roblex's looks good, even some of these longs I looked at, they're very short term. We pop up here, this might be the best short that you ever had. So anyway, I like that for now. I mean, I like the chart pattern here, but I only see a very short-lived bullish trend here. Very short-lived. TNK. Now there's your trending chart right there. Hot dog, there's your trending chart. So we have a nice move up. It's been up 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 4.5 days maybe. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole today, but that's sure a chart I would want on my watch list, Jack. I mean, I don't want to buy anything that's up 4 days in a row. Okay, I don't care if they cure cancer. I'm not going to buy anything 4 days up in a row. So, beautiful chart, watch list chart. Wait for the best entry on it. 4 days stuffed right up against resistance, probably not the best idea, would be my guess. What was that? A second here. GSK. Take it to GSK. What's that look like? Here's one coming off the bottom. Now GSK, see, that might be starting to turn trend-wise. You've got this big downtrend. Look how many days we've turned green on the trendicator here. That's what we want. We want multiple days in the green side. Really don't care much about what price action is doing. There we go. Price action is drunken monkey. It's just all over the place. I love drunken monkeys, by the way. I'm just saying that, if we just stare at price action, you're kind of missing what the overall picture is doing. And the overall picture is not about price action. Now, I use a 17 in T-line. It doesn't mean that that's the way to go. I'm just showing that we have multiple days green here. that shows that that trend just might be starting to climb up. I would love to see a little more than that. But yeah, I like GSK. Look at that. That's nice. So your big contender's the 50. Oh, and again, unless you just started trading yesterday, everything in this market is down. When I say everything, we know everything's not exactly down. TNK, the Jack put out there. That is a nice trend, beautiful trend. A lot of energy are trending. Jack says here, wait for a pullback. You say, yeah, I would wait for a pullback. Beautiful trend. Wait, my little helper's in here. Wait for that pullback, and that might give you that entry here. Or wait for a breakout too, Jack. Wait for a breakout. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Take snow. Look at snow. Bearish. I just, we may have these bullish candles down here. And we may have a little exciting candle starting today. But overall, this is no place to buy snow. This is bearish here. We want snow to get in that trend. It's lost its trend that it was in. What else do we have? Tesla. Look at Tesla here. Could Tesla have a little relief rally? It could. But the trend is not changed. It's going to take a lot for Tesla to get back into a bullish trend. You might get those, couple days, maybe 3 days to the upside. That's possible. But that is very dangerous, choppy kind of trading. Anyway, all this because I had coffee with 300-point futures in the Dow. It's like, oh my gosh, crazy. Tesla earnings on Wednesday. Thanks, Chip. Okay, everyone. Hey, P.S. Mike, good morning to everybody. Good morning, Chip. Well, Nancy, you have possible rain coming. Nancy and I live actually in a straight line, don't live that far apart. So I hope you're wrong, Nancy. I know we're supposed to get some freezes. Okay, everyone, take care. See you back here in about 20 minutes, all right? Thanks for being here today. Bye-bye.